We are headed to Timber Shoals Ranch. We're on Moark Road, getting pretty close to the property. Actually, the cross street is Melody Mountain Road, and we continue going south on Moark, which is a dead-end road. This will take us right to the state line between Missouri and Arkansas, and that is the north side of Timber Shoals Ranch, and we'll go in and check it out. It looked like we had a little bit of sunshine today, so we thought we'd roll out this way and get a couple videos. It's winter here in the Ozarks, so you won't see a lot of leaves on the trees, but it's going to be a pretty nice day. It's going to hit low 60s for temperature. I mean, we're known for mild winters. We do get some days that are cold, some cold mornings, but in general, the winters are pretty mild. So we have 4 distinct seasons out here, which a lot of people tell me is unusual relative to other parts of the country that don't have that. But yeah, we've got the the beautiful leaves in autumn, and we do get cold temperatures for a little while in winter, but then we have the beautiful spring and the wonderful summers as well. So if you're looking for a climate that's fairly mild year-round, the Ozarks are a really good choice. So we're at the northernmost end of a large peninsula on Bull Shoals Lake. The lake basically wraps around us completely, which is pretty cool. You'll see that when we put the drone into the air, if you check out any of the drone videos. Being a Corps of Engineer lake, it's got the Corps of Engineer land all around the water, giving you access to miles of shoreline and hundreds or actually thousands of acres of land that you can use for hunting in that Corps of Engineer land. So now we're coming to the very south end of Moark Road. You can see that red gate. That's actually the neighbor's driveway there. And we're going to veer to the left. The guys have got a cable up because they've got all their equipment out here, but I'll hop out and undo that cable and we'll drive on through and take a look. So we just pulled onto the easement road. There you can see the old spotting tower, as this was a bison ranch years ago, and that was one of the spotting towers they would use to, I guess when they had visitors, you could just climb on up and watch the buffalo. Off to the right, you can see the lake. If we look to our left, to the east, this is, you'll see the reference in the listing. If you drive to the east through this field, you'll get to State Line Cove, which is a pretty decent place to fish or to put your boat into the water. It's super private. You have to use caution if it's been raining, because that is just a grassy meadow, so it could get pretty rough if it's been raining. If it's not, then it's great. But we're going to head south here on the gravel easement road into Timber Shoals Ranch. Now this northern part is where we often see deer and turkey. In the spring, in the summer, basically every time we pull onto Timber Shoals Ranch, we'll see turkey and deer in this big meadow here. There's the neighbor out this way, super nice guy. Retired husband and wife live right there. Beautiful view of the lake, and you'll see that more as we get deeper. The lake, I can tell already, is actually not very clear today. We've had a ton of rain in this last week, and that since the lake is fed by rivers, that churns up the rivers, which then in turn churns up the lake. There we go. So still headed south here. Now of course it clouded over. Now that we got out here, it clouded over. So there you can see the metal building, which is a pretty good landmark. That's where you'll come to that Y in the road, and it goes to the left and to the right. So I'm actually going to pull up to the metal building, to the Y in the road, and then we'll get situated and we'll figure out where we're going to go from there. We have had a ton of rain in the last week here in the Ozarks. see that as we traverse these roads. There we go. So we've just passed the building. We've come to the Y in the road. All right, so we're parked at the Y in the road, facing to the south. Just went by the old barn deal there. There it is. And to get to the property, we're gonna stay straight or veer to the right, whichever you want to say. But basically, stay straight here, and we'll be at the property in a few hundred yards. You can see we had a tremendous amount of rain. I've never seen actual water on the roads. Everything seems fairly hard packed still, so that's good. But again, you do want your truck or your SUV on these roads. If I end up putting it into four-wheel drive, I'll let everybody know. But I don't think I'm gonna need that. We're actually getting close to the property already. And this particular section of road has always been a little rough. The guys are scheduled to come in and grade it, but they haven't done that yet. So you might want to be aware of that. In a car, this would be a challenge, for sure. We're actually, that is the property on the right there. I've got my MapRight map open, and that's showing the property. We're just gonna get up to the level area here, and then we'll hop out and have a look. Okay, so let's see where we are. We're actually, okay, well, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna hop out here, and I'm going to bring, whoops, what happened? There we go. I'm gonna bring the MapRight app. I'll bring my iPad with me, and we'll walk around a little bit. You can hear a boat off in the distance. We are extremely close to Bull Shoals Lake. And this is one of the properties that directly fronts the Corps of Engineer line at the lake. As we're looking to the north, that's the land on the left. Frontage on this gravel easement road here, which we already saw can be a little rough after a huge rain. But yeah, I mean, we have had a monumental amount of rain in the last 7 days. We've got some flooding actually elsewhere in the Ozarks. This property sits up high and dry. But we're just gonna start walking and see what we run into on this property here. Looks like it rose up a little bit coming off the road in that particular spot anyway. We've got kind of a large cedar grove here, which is interesting. It's a cedar grove interspersed with hardwood trees. And we've got some interesting areas. Here's just a random grassy area, which is kind of cool. I've always enjoyed cedar groves. Actually, this is beautiful. Look at all this grass through here. It would be fun to come in and thin out some of these cedar trees because what a beautiful campsite or building site this could be. Assuming we're 100 feet off the road. I haven't measured or anything like that. This grass is unusual in a cedar grove. This is really cool. Beautiful. Very level. Now we're starting to slope down gently. I've got the MapRight map open so I can see where we are on the property. That little blue dot is us. So that's why we always tell people, if possible, get the MapRight app and we can send you the link for the map. And then when you're out here, what you have to do is you have to open the email that has the link on your phone, click the link, and it will say, do you want to open this within the app? To which you'll say yes. And then you'll have what I have right now. You'll have the map right in front of you, and there'll be a little dot to indicate exactly where you are. So, I mean, it is a great way to walk a property without getting turned around. Oh, we've got a beautiful, like a flat rock ledge area here. We just lost our sunshine. Really cool rock feature. There's been a deer here very recently. And look at that limestone outcropping. That is really cool. People pay big bucks to get these rocks on their property. We've got some monstrous cedar trees here. I wish we'd get our sunshine back, but we'll make do. Another really cool kind of limestone area. So in order, I mean, this property looks 99% wooded. In order to create a good campsite or building site, you'd likely have to remove some of these trees. And as you know, until the property's been paid for in full, you can't cut or remove the trees with a stump diameter of over 8 inches. But for building sites, for roads, for trails, we can generally give you written permission. All you have to do is mark the trees that you want to remove, and we'll have one of our guys come out and take a look. And if everything's okay, we'll just give you written permission to do that. We're starting to slope down now toward the water. I can actually see the water through the trees. We're still on the property. This does directly border the Corps of Engineer line, so you've got access to all that public land. I mean, you've got access to the lake shore or whatnot, but I know it does get kind of steep because I've seen the topo map. Nice water view there. You'd have to remove some of those trees, but for something like a view, which we would call an improvement, again, we can give you written permission if you mark the trees. Oh, this is cool. We've got a little live water spring directly on the property. It's flowing right out from under that rock ledge. Let's go down and around here. There we go. There you can, oh, it's coming down quite a bit of that rock ledge, actually. I can hear it too. That is pretty. Again, we've had quite a bit of rain the last week, so this is probably not a year-round spring by any means. But that really is pretty. We are still on the property. We haven't reached the Corps of Engineer line yet, although we're not too far away. If you look through, I mean, you can get a taste of what that lake view would be if you were to remove some of this timber. It would just be stunning. I can hear a big waterfall a little further down. I don't know if I'm going to venture down there to check it out, but maybe. Really cool rock ledges on this property. This was not expected at all. There's another little spring coming right out from the ground. Wow. That is pretty. Check out the drone video as well. We'll do that a little later today, but we'll post that to the listing. You're going to want to see that. A lot of surprises on this property. This has been really cool. Come on out and check it out yourself. You're free to do that. I would love to walk down to the lake, but I've actually got to get back up to my truck. But yeah, come check this out. We'd love to have you come take a look. You can check out InstantAcres.com to see if it's available. I really want to remove some trees and look at that. Oh, that would be a stunning lake view. Oh, check out the drone video to get a taste of the lake view that you could have here. Phenomenal. InstantAcres.com.